Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Grandmaster, Magnus Carlsen and the Match That Made Chess Great Again by Brin-Jonathan Butler. Read by Jacques Roy. Do you see over yonder, friend Sancho, 30 or 40 hulking giants? I intend to do battle with them and slay them. Miguel de Cervantes, Don Quixote. 1. A Night at the Plaza. In AD 813, a fratricidal power struggle and civil war saw Baghdad, the capital of the Islamic Empire, buried under a ceaseless hail of rocks, an inferno of burning pots of oil. The Tigris River was aflame with ignited rafts, stained in human blood, and bloated with bodies and sunken boats. After 2 years of raging civil war between Caliph Al-Amin and his half-brother, Al-Mamun, starved defenders gave up their last ounces of strength, desperately trying to reinforce the gates. Urban warfare continued to rage in the streets as the naked army, mostly amateur troops of African origin comprised of street vendors, market sellers, even inmates from prisons who went into battle without armor or any kind of body protection, offered the last gasp of the city's defense. As the artillery of catapults flung heavy stones, arrows soared, battering rams and swords crashed, far removed from the action, shielded by an abundance of walls, gates, and imperial guards, and tranquilly sitting beneath the green dome of the Golden Gate Palace, Caliph Al-Amin, the 6th Caliph of the Abbasid dynasty, ignored the overwhelming chaos and onslaught outside his kingdom. Instead, as his various palaces burned into the night, he focused on a chessboard and pondered his next move. A panicked messenger arrived to impart the news that, having incurred a new series of bitter losses, the Caliph's brother might soon win the war. Al-Amin's life was in dire peril, but the Caliph didn't care or even bother to look up from the board. According to Islamic historian Jirjis al-Makin, the messenger deliriously begged the Caliph to stop playing and to take stock of his kingdom. Caliph Al-Amin's attention remained glued to his pieces, their future on the board vastly more optimistic than that of his real troops defending his kingdom. Soon after, Al-Amin successfully mated his adversary on the chessboard, his brother's troops arrived, and not too long afterward, the Caliph was decapitated. The war of the two brothers had concluded. 8 centuries later, and more than 2,500 miles northwest of Baghdad, in England, in the winter of 1648, a messenger arrived at the court of King Charles I with dire news.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?